If you believe you have any information pertaining to this case, you are urged to contact the Bibb County Coroner's Office at 205-926-4876. At around 6 p.m. on the 27th of March 1961, a passing motorist picked up a young male hitchhiker along the Alabama State Highway 25, just south of Wilton in Shelby County. He said he wanted to go to Tuscaloosa and needed to be in Fort Ord, California by 7 a.m. on the 30th of March. During the short drive, he revealed a few details about his life. He said that he was a runaway from South Carolina and his parents were either divorcing or had recently separated, and if he did not run away he would have had to join the Navy or would have been sent to an orphanage. This didn't make a lot of sense, as he looked way too young to be able to join the military. Most unfortunately, further tragedy struck that evening. The driver of the vehicle collided with a bridge rail and plunged into the Cahaba River, near Riverbend Road in Centerville, Bibb County. The driver smashed his car window, swam for his life, and survived, but the boy wasn't so lucky. He broke his neck in 2 places, his left hand in 2 places, and ended up drowning to death. His body was recovered at around 9 p.m. Divers found him still sat in the passenger seat of the car, 20 feet underwater. Almost 6 decades have passed since this incident, and the deceased boy remains unidentified. He is thought to have been of Caucasian descent and between 13 and 17 years old. He stood between 5 feet 6 inches and 5 feet 8 inches tall, and weighed between 112 and 125 pounds, with naturally dark brown hair that appeared to have been bleached light brown, dark brown eyebrows and eyelashes, blue eyes, an olive complexion, an amateur tattoo or scarring on his arm, reading RY plus love, a small indented crescent-shaped scar 1 inch above his right eyebrow, a 1-inch long horizontal scar underneath his right kneecap, a 4-inch long vertical scar on the anterior surface 1 inch above his right ankle, a small horizontal scar along the bone inside his right ankle, a 3-inch long horizontal scar inside his foot, which foot is unclear. He was a smoker and he may have walked with a limp due to a prior ankle fracture. He wore a white cotton dress shirt, a miraculous medal of the Immaculate Conception tied around his neck with a cotton twine string, a Timex wristwatch, a black coat, a brown belt with a silver buckle in the style of a horse's head, light blue dress pants, in the pocket of which he carried 50 cents, and a pair of 10-inch long tan-coloured moccasin-toed boots. A man's ruby ring, bearing the inscription United States Army, was found inside the car and may have belonged to the decedent. The clothing he wore would notably have been much too warm for him in Alabama's climate. This suggests that he may not have been native to Alabama. He carried with him a brown leatherette valise-type suitcase containing several long-sleeved shirts and several pairs of trousers made from a heavy fabric, some of which bore cleaning and laundry tags. Also in his possession was a plastic brown wallet, a packet of Pall Mall cigarettes with a South Carolina tax stamp, a penny box filled with matches, a small key, and a small blurred photograph of him in life with an unidentified girl. On the back of this photograph was written, "Think of me always and remember how we used to go places together." This photograph, to my knowledge, was never released to the public. Shortly after news of his death circulated, multiple motorists came forth and claimed that the boy had hitched rides in their vehicles the same day he died. One motorist claimed that the boy had said he'd been staying with relatives between Montevallo, Alabama, and South Carolina for several days whilst trying to find work. Another asserted that the boy may have had connections to the military and may have once been an inmate at an unspecified institution. The boy's body was held in the funeral home for 2 weeks. A grey-haired and heavy-set woman visited the morgue one morning and was noted to have spent more time viewing the body than others. The next afternoon she returned to view the body again. The very next morning she visited for the 3rd day in a row, though she left before any information could be taken from her and never came back. Another man who went in and viewed the body reportedly suffered a heart attack while doing so. He recovered and was, as far as I can tell, unable to identify the boy. After those 2 weeks passed, the boy was buried in the Centerville Cemetery without a positive identification, his funeral funded by the local community. The grave reads, unknown, killed in automobile accident March 27, 1961. Unknown in life, but recognized in death. His remains were exhumed in June 2016 and a DNA sample was obtained. However, it did not match any missing person with DNA on file. NCMEC currently lists one rule-out for this boy. As always, if any more rule-outs are added, I shall add them to the list in the description. Before I end this video, I would like to thank Uma Pessoa Letoria, I'm so sorry if I just butchered the pronunciation of your username, for suggesting that I cover this case. I know that I'm getting to these requests months late, for that I must apologise, but I had to take a break from YouTube due to personal reasons. As always, if you believe you have any information pertaining to this case, you are urged to call the Bibb County Coroner's Office on 205-926-4876. Thank you very much for giving the case of the Bibb County John Doe a moment of your day.